Hello, beloveds. I am Reverend Amani Malaika, and we are wrapping up our series on the quantum you this week. And this week, I want to talk to you about going slow to go far. Going slow to go far means that to really become in relationship with more of who you are and your whole true nature, the ultimate you, the quantum you, we've got to slow down and divest and stop being so seduced by this culture of busy that we live in, so that you can then even begin to feel what it feels like to create change, to move into something new, to take the time to open up to the divine idea that wants to come through you. And to begin, I'm sharing from Tricia Hersey's book, Rest is Resistance. And what she says is, I want to offer your deprogramming process that you carefully begin to embrace the space of resisting the lies of dominant culture. This place that is slowed down, Tricia, is offering us, like I shared earlier in the series, you've got to break free and decondition. And one of the huge things you and I need to decondition and break free from is busy. The busy out here of constantly overscheduling and doing to try to get our sense of value and worth, but also the busy in here, the busy in our own minds, the constant noise of our own thoughts, mostly inherited false stories and negative self-talk. We've got to slow down and resist that. So she goes on to say that this slowed down place is a holy place. It is a creative, inventive, innovative, expansive, and transformative space. So much is possible here. Instead of fearing the unknown of what's on the other side of slowing down, begin to see it as a sacred place that is ready to hold and make space for your gifts. Its inherent talents lie here in this holy, sacred place. This is really, really, really what I want for you. If there is one step I could say to quantum leaping, to manifesting your dreams, to manifesting change, it's this, is slowing down. And not just slowing down for the sake of slowing down, even though that is entirely worthy, but it's because of what Tricia says, that in this slowed down state, you find your sacred holy place. You cannot sink in to the sacredness of your nature, the holiness of your nature in go mode. It's not where that lives. And you and I honor the divine when you and I slow down to make contact with what is sacred and holy. We honor the divine. We honor life itself and our beloveds and the communities we care about and the change we want to see in the world. We honor all of that and make it possible because we slow down and come into contact with what is holy. And what is holy is you in that full, whole space. And through this resting and stepping into the holy, sacred space, this is how you will be able to leap as far as you want to leap. It's from here, from this rested, able, clear, visioned place. And if you are an artist or you love art, and I'm assuming you listen to music or you look at pretty things or you like color, whatever it is, that is how all art comes into the world. All the art, the poetry, the beautiful words, the pictures, the sounds, they come through that process of coming into contact with this creative impulse that is holy, that I believe is divine. And you have to sit still in that space for it to come forward, for it to make its way out of you. That's what the artist does. But you and I are the artists of our lives. Which means if you want to paint your life more beautiful, If you want to be an artist who is creating this world more glorious, slowing down to come into contact with that in you that is sacred and holy, so that it can communicate to you, so that it can show you, so that it can inspire you, right? Inspire is breathing in. That inspiration is in you, which means you've got to divest from a life that doesn't give you the time to do that. This inspiration that you long for to jump into a new orbit, to quantum leap into a new reality, is in you. Which is why I'm saying you must go slow to go far. I want to share another piece of Tricia Hersey's work. She says, we must spiritually disconnect from the shenanigans of the grind culture while physically still living in it. A metaphysical and spiritual refusal must be developed deep within. And here's the thing, as I can tell you and stand here and talk about how powerful the conditioning is, how toxic this culture of busy and doing is, but you know it is because you're living it. We're tired. We're seeing addiction. We're seeing autoimmune disorders on epidemic levels. And I believe wholeheartedly it is a result of this toxic culture of busy and grind that you and I are in. So I don't need to tell you that it is. You are likely living the consequences of it. But you don't have to. I was sharing with my bestie the other day, and who was lamenting about what she needs to do for social media and marketing for her business. And I was like, yo, they're not getting me. They ain't getting this body. That toxic culture ain't getting me. I am going slow. I am resting. I am allowing spirit to show me and let it organically emerge in what is mine to do. And every one of us have the right to protect our true whole natures and say no. And it's from this place of knowing more fully and getting closer to and aligning to what is true in you that will give you the power to have a holy no to this BS outside of us that is constantly trying to suck us in to make us feel valuable and worthy. But when you know who you are as a quantum of the one, that shit out here ain't got nothing. Can offer you nothing. You are already whole, complete, and perfect as you are. And you are a powerful creative force who has access to all the spiritual laws of the universe, and you can make use of them. But you can only do it if you are in contact with that nature, with that still small voice, with that impulse that moves you in right action if you listen. If you gather up that courage to follow that divine directive. And it's not a fast thing. You've got to give yourself time every day. And I hear you. You are trying to pay bills. You are trying to put food on the table. You are trying to make your life work. And how the hell are you going to find time to slow down and touch the sacred? And I'm saying you can, and you deserve it. So it might be on your commute that you intend yourself in and connect with your breath. It might be over a meal as you give yourself permission to savor your food and eat slow enough to exhale in between bites. It might be that you take 60 seconds when you open your eyes in the morning and remember, I am beloved and a quantum of the ultimate reality. You deserve it. You can be like Trisha's grandmother in the book, who worked 2 jobs and was a cleaning lady in the morning, and I can't remember the other thing at night, but that 30 minutes in between her 2 jobs, she sat on the couch and closed her eyes and knew herself as holy in that moment. Which means you and I can do the same. And because you and I do the same, I believe it will change everything. This is how you and I go slow to leap far. And my beloved, you are worth it. So I want to share a prayer for your practice this week. And this prayer, I will make sure it goes up on our website, abqcsl.org, so that if you want to find it in written form, I will make sure it's there. But this prayer was written by Mirabai Starr, an interspiritual author and thinker and teacher, and someone who inspires me. But I want you this week to center yourself with a few deep breaths and take that 60 seconds and repeat this following prayer. Beloved one, Shekinah, indwelling, feminine presence, immanence, embodiment, mother heart, please come flowing into every open window in our souls right now as we call to you. Infuse every cell of our bodies with your fierce and tender mother wisdom. Give us the strength to speak truth to power in these fractured times. Give us the tenderness and humility to listen deeply. To those that we are conditioned to otherize, and to ourselves. And remind us again and again when we forget that we belong to each other and we belong to you. Amen. Ashe. Aho. And so it is.